Hey guys, this week is ABI week for the brain injury charity Headway, and so today I want to share my experience with you guys so you can understand what it can be like. So I'm just going to share with you my experience just from today so you have an idea of what it can be like for some people. So everybody is different and every day is different with their brain injury, but this is me today. I have my notes here to keep me on the right track. And usually when I am suffering from the effect of fatigue, the last thing that I want to do is put a camera in front of my face and film myself. But given that it is ABI week, I want to keep it real and just share it with you today. So first of all, I want to say that fatigue with a brain injury is nothing at all like what people with healthy brains think fatigue is like for them. I can remember before my brain injury when I had particularly busy days and stressful days that I would have times in my life where I would just feel shattered, I would feel wiped out, I would feel like I need to sleep a lot more than usual. But then I thought that was bad enough. But now with a brain injury, I understand that fatigue with a brain that has issues, it's a completely different thing entirely. So just to give you today's experience, I went to my local Headway group in Dundee, which is Headway Dundee and Angus, and they are a brilliant bunch of people and have the volunteers and the other members there have seen me often enough to know what happens. They can see the signs in me where I'm having issues, and they are so helpful, and I feel like I'm in a trusted space with them so that I don't need to worry. They can help me when I'm having issues. So one of my biggest trigger of my symptoms is noise sensitivity, which is the medical name for that is hyperacusis. And what happens for me with that is that today anyway, where there's a few conversations going on in the room, my brain can deal with it for a certain amount of time and then it becomes overloaded. So to me, it's like a sensory overload, and it gets to the point where my brain just starts to shut me down. I call it a power down. So I have things that I do to try to deal with it, but in that situation I forget to use my strategy, so I rely on other people saying, do you need some quiet time? Do you want to go sit in a quiet room? I also use earplugs as well to try and block out some of the sound. So that happened today. We had a visit today from a lovely lady from Citizens Advice Bureau. But after that, I'd been listening and trying to concentrate. I don't know how long for, but just the actual trying to focus, trying to concentrate for a period of time. It started to shut me down. The fatigue, it's not just a physical thing, it's very much a cognitive thing as well. So concentration, trying to do that for any length of time is difficult. So I could all, by the time she'd finished, I'd already yawned my way through a lot of her talk. But after that, when the time came for us to have another cuppa, I was just a couple of friends were having conversation next to me, and I was sitting with my headphones on trying to distract myself with music, and it just wasn't working. I couldn't take part in conversation, and I was sitting a lot of the time with my eyes closed. And then one of the volunteers suggested, just asked, do I want to go and sit in the kitchen and get some quiet time? So I did that, and I listened to a meditation app, and I slept for a wee while to try and give my brain a recharge so that I could get back in the room to be with people. But quite often once that happens, it's then very difficult to bring myself out of it enough so that I can then properly take part in conversation. But I brightened up for a little while, and then since I came home, JP made tea for me, and literally trying to finish my tea, I just did not have the energy to eat properly, which sounds ridiculous, but the way that it affects me, the fatigue. So as you can tell, speech is really slow. It's a real effort to try and get words out right now. I can't think of all the words that I want to say, and to try, I couldn't make my tongue move any faster if I wanted to. So speech is slow, movement is slow. It makes it harder for me to walk as well, because as you know, I'm on crutches and walking sticks, and I have aids there to try to help teach my brain to help me walk. But all that trying to control mobility aids while I have this sort of fatigue, it is very difficult. So, as I said, I usually don't ever put a camera in front of my face when I'm feeling like this, because being honest, I find when my speech is slow, I get really embarrassed, and I know I'm not stupid, I know I have intelligence, but when this happens, it makes me feel stupid. Because I can't find the words that I want to say. I feel like I sound like a robot, because my words, there's not much emotion in my voice. So a lot of people, when they maybe see me do other little Instagram stories and my voice is more energetic, then they think that I'll get messages from people saying, you're really well, your speech is really good. And I'm like, yeah, that's because I'm not showing you what it's actually really like for me. I'm just showing you the good bits. But anyway, that is just one example of how it's been for me today. But since it is Headway's Acquired Brain Injury Week focusing on fatigue, then I just thought I would share that with you, and I would love it if you could pop into the comments and share your experience too, so that we can help raise awareness of both post-concussion syndrome and other brain injuries. If you have found this video useful, then please just share it with your friends and family, and we shall spread that message further. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon maybe.